Hi, I'm Sarah from Focus Coaching and Hypnotherapy, and I'm here to tell you today about how the mind works. So, I want you to imagine that you have a conscious mind. The conscious mind is logical, it's rational, it's analytical. It's the part of the mind where you hold willpower, and it's the thinking brain. It's the very sensible, very grown up part of the brain that tells you how you want to behave, how you want to react in certain situations. And it helps us to decide between one thing or another. It can differentiate and calculate and analyze. Okay, so that's the conscious mind that's mainly at the front. And then we also have the subconscious mind. Now, the subconscious mind is not logical, it's not rational, it's not analytical. It's very, very visual. It's basically a storehouse of every single memory you've ever had from the moment you were born to now. And all of those memories have emotions linked to them. So maybe you see a bird in a tree and you think, oh, that's nice. You feel maybe a little bit of awe or joy. Maybe you see something that makes you feel really sad and you remember that memory. And it builds up every single memory, whether it be like a picture or a video in your mind of every single thing you've ever seen. Because your subconscious is learning how to help you become the most fully functioning human being you can be. And that's why your subconscious is where you store all your instruction manuals for how to walk, how to talk, how to feed yourself, how to get dressed. All of those things are stored in the subconscious so that you can do things on autopilot without thinking about them. Now, the subconscious won't register negatives. So if I say to you, whatever you do, do not think of a banana, the chances are your subconscious just went, here's a banana, because all it knows is that you're asking for something. It doesn't understand the negative connotation behind it. And it believes everything you tell it. You can tell it one, two, three, a million contradictory things, and the subconscious believes them all because its only job is storage and retrieval. Okay? Now, the interesting thing about this is that the conscious and the subconscious, although they are both sitting here looking pretty equal, the famous psychologist Sigmund Freud said that actually how much we use these is very much like an iceberg. The tip of an iceberg seems quite tall and majestic, but under the surface, there's lots going on. There's a much bigger chunk of ice under there. And Sigmund Freud thought that we probably use the conscious mind maybe 10% of the time, and we use our subconscious mind 90% of the time. But modern day neuroscientists now believe that we only think consciously about 1% of the time. So the real way that it looks could be that we are consciously thinking this much of the time and we are subconsciously thinking this much of the time. Why is that important? That's important because there's lots of things that we do that we react to and we don't know why. There are habits that we have and we don't know why. There are certain things that we think about ourselves and we don't know why. And it's actually because it's all in your subconscious mind. It is just retrieving information that it's heard or seen before. So if you've been told that you are clumsy, that you are ugly, that you will never amount to anything, if you've been told those things, or if you've been bullied at school maybe when you were small, your subconscious mind has stored those and believed them. And in those moments when things happen that make you feel clumsy or ugly or like you're not really doing anything with your life, your subconscious will just throw them back at you and go, here you go. There's proof. We have proof. It's in there. Now, there's lots of things we can do to help with this with hypnotherapy, but you need to move on to the second video on how your mind works to learn more. This is Sarah Fish from Focus Coaching and Hypnotherapy, your online stress and anxiety hypnotherapist.